Good morning once again. Yeah, this is eve of the new year, being a Sunday. Very, very windy out. Cloudy. Not too cold, but still not particularly nice. Anyhow, I thought we'd have another look at another lamp in the collection. I've got a few, I must admit. This lamp is actually, I suppose you could say, connected in my telephone videos. I'll tell you more details. I picked this one up, I can't rightly remember, quite a long time ago. I know I picked up a load of lamps at a boot sale a few years ago at Wimbledon. The best collection of lamps I think I'd ever got. I got in at the right time, made an offer to the seller, and I won it. I know in the meantime a couple were sold to other people, but you can't be greedy. And this one may have been one of those, I don't know. And I can tell you a little wee bit about it. It was manufactured, I would think, about the 1930s. It's not pip-top, so it's not ancient. Low voltage, with a bayonet cap. Filaments, coiled filament with a centre support on it. We look on the side. I've got it round the right way. Let's put it round the right way. Tells you all about it. Well, it says it's the property of HM government. That is presumably the king. HM, that would be the king. Because I would imagine this lamp was probably made in the 1930s. Now, I often wonder what these were used for. Well, let's have a look at the etch. Get that round the right way. I know the etch is not very clear, but it's made by Royal Ediswan, which the name came from Edison and Swan, the two inventors of the lamp. Amongst other inventors, I may say, there was quite a few names that were used, but it's looked upon that it was Swan in England and Edison in America that devised the first lamp. So there's a little bit of truth in there. Anyhow, the companies combined and they became Royal Ediswan. Have a look at it. You can see now the wattage is obliterated, but you can see 50 volts. It is possible, as it's got the government mark on it, not the broad arrow, it's just government. It would tell me that this was probably used in a telephone exchange. Now, why do I say that? Well, 50 volts is the voltage used to run the exchange equipment. All telephone lines, you go across it with an AVO meter, a voltmeter, it will register 50 volts. That is what is used in England. And emergency lighting within an exchange would have used a lamp like this. I imagine this is probably about 25 watts not too clear, but anyhow, it's low wattage, obviously. And the other use for these lamps, and the reason they've survived, in the exchange, you have on each floor an alarm lantern, and they would light up with various colours. One of the colours would be a failure of the power, or the 50 volts, and it would show as a blue light within the lantern. You had another colour for a selector that hadn't released. Ones for fuses had blown. They were invariably a red colour, but blue was the colour you would immediately say, something wrong with the 50 volts supply. Obviously these occurred very, very rarely, so one of the great pleasures was having a little look inside the actual lantern in an old exchange. It happened to me, I think, about once, and okay, I did take a souvenir. Not this lamp, by the way. The souvenir I took was from a squirrel cage, which when it turns up, it's upstairs somewhere. I will give a little picture of it, a little talk about it. But this lamp, as I say, I did not acquire from a telephone exchange. But having said that, yeah, okay, I hold my hand up to it. The lamp is still preserved, and it will be. Had it been left in the exchange, exchanges were closed down, equipment was scrapped, and you can imagine the lamps wouldn't have survived very well. But anyhow, this lamp, we're getting back to Royal Ediswan, appears that it could be from a telephone exchange, either on the emergency lanterns. They were positioned on each floor of the equipment, and if an alarm went off, you'd get a bell would ring, the lantern would light, and it would tell you what it was. I think green was a release alarm, so if a selector hadn't released or something, it come up as a green light. I can't always remember. I'm going back a few years now. So that's what this lamp would have been used for, pretty sure. 50 volts, possibly 25 watts. Royal Ediswan, 1930s, I would think. The length of the lamp, there I always could put the ruler. Got my ruler there. The length of that is about 4 inches. It's about 4 inches from top to base. This lamp, I would say, has never ever been used. Close up showing the filament, and I can bring it a bit closer. Unfused in the base, being only 50 volts, not too worried. There's the filament and support wire. There'll be a vacuum lamp as well. It'll be a vacuum. So, yeah, that's what that lamp was for. So, connected in a way to telephones. Lamp found, I think this was one I picked up at the boot sale at Wimbledon many years ago. I may be telling a lie, I may have got it elsewhere. In those days I was picking up lamps, not every week, but fairly regular. Now these have become very difficult to get a hold of. I'm just grateful I picked these up when I did. In those days, people didn't know what they were worth. Now, they're probably worth a bit of money. It is amazing how things have changed. Anyway, there's the lamp, possibly used in telephone exchanges, for emergency lighting, for alarm circuits, in indicators. The power alarms were always blue. So that is more or less it. Thanks for watching. Any comments please make. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to say, so I think I will shut up. Thanks for watching. Thank you.